What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 10 final look.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over each position and break down a couple of my favorite players for this NFL DFS Week 10 main slate. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay guys, so in this video, I'm going to list the players that I like at each position, and then I'm going to highlight my favorite player at that position. So NFL Week 10 at the quarterback position, I like Lamar Jackson, Jameis Winston, Drew Brees, Kyler Murray, Ryan Tannehill, and Matt Ryan. So I like Kyler Murray from the Arizona Cardinals playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, who have the third worst defense overall, and they give up the third most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Kyler Murray has averaged 19.9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 23 fantasy points last week. He had 5 rush attempts. He's averaging 6.2 rush attempts per game, and he's going to be about 7% owned. Projected at 20.6 fantasy points here in Week 10. He's $6,500 DraftKings salary and $1,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 52 points scored in this game, and they have the Arizona Cardinals trailing by 4.5. So this is a fantastic matchup, and Vegas thinks that the Cardinals are going to be trailing, so this should be a passing game script for Kyler Murray. So I like Kyler Murray here versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Okay everyone, it's time to announce the winner of this week's $100 comment contest. And the winner is Arthur Coles. Arthur Coles, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's $100 comment contest. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, NFL Week 10 at the running back position, I like Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, Marlon Mack, Devin Singletary, Ronald Jones, and Jalen Samuels. So I like Jalen Samuels from the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the LA Rams, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 14th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Jalen Samuels has averaged 8.8 fantasy points per game on the season, but he's the starting running back now because of the injury to James Conner. James Conner is going to be out this week. That was a late surprise, and he was out last week, and Jalen Samuels got 8 rush attempts, 13 pass targets, and scored 20 fantasy points. It's those 13 pass targets that give this guy the value. He's going to be about 9% owned, projected at 16 fantasy points here in Week 10. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary and $100 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43 points scored in this game. They have the Pittsburgh Steelers trailing by 4.5, but that doesn't matter for Jalen Samuels because he'll be on the field catching the ball. This is a home game, a decent matchup, so I like Jalen Samuels here versus the LA Rams. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy football videos every day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second. and it helps us push out more fantasy football content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, NFL Week 10, we're looking at the wide receiver position. I like Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, Golden Tate, Christian Kirk, Marquise Brown, Jamison Crowder, Devontae Parker, Auden Tate, and A.J. Brown. So I like A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have the 10th worst defense overall, and A.J. Brown has averaged 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 12 fantasy points last week off of 7 pass targets. His involvement in the passing game has been increasing. He's going to be about 10% owned, projected at 11.3 fantasy points here in Week 10. He's only $4,300 DraftKings salary and $1,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 49.5 points scored in this game, and they have the Tennessee Titans trailing by 5. So this is a pretty good matchup, a high game total, a passing game script, and a home game. So I like A.J. Brown here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL, and you can try the tools for NBA. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the tight end position. I like Austin Hooper, Greg Olsen, Mike Gesicki, Travis Kelce, Jimmy Graham, and all the way down at the bottom at min salary here, I like Rhett Ellison. He's going to get some extra work because of the injury to Evan Ingram. So I like Mike Gesicki from the Miami Dolphins playing the Indianapolis Colts, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Mike Gesicki has averaged 5.7 fantasy points per game on the season, but he's been playing really well. He scored 16 fantasy points off of 6 pass targets last game. He's going to be about 15% owned, projected at 8.4 fantasy points here in Week 10. He's $3,100 DraftKings salary and $2,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 44 points scored in this game, and they have the Miami Dolphins trailing by 11.5. So they're going to be playing from behind, lots of passes to try to catch up in the game, and Mike Gesicki is getting a lot of those targets. He's got a great matchup, so I like Mike Gesicki here versus the Indianapolis Colts.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content.
My super secret sleeper pick for NFL Week 10 is Darius Slayton from the New York Giants playing the New York Jets, who have the 11th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Darius Slayton has averaged 7.7 fantasy points per game on the season, getting about 4.4 pass targets per game. He's only going to be about 1% owned, on the field for 74% of the snaps. He only scored 1 fantasy point last week off of 4 pass targets, but he had 18 fantasy points the week before that off of 5 pass targets. He could get a couple more looks because of the injury to Evan Ingram. He's projected at 8.3 fantasy points here in week 10. He's $5,600 FanDuel salary and $1,400 less on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 45 points scored in this game, and they have the Giants favored by 3. So I like Darius Slayton here versus the New York Jets.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. Do you want more fantasy football picks? Check out the video linked right in the middle of the screen. If you got any value from this video, please tap that subscribe button before you get out of here and ring that bell notification so you won't miss our daily fantasy football uploads. We're putting out new videos every day, so I don't want you guys to miss any of our free content.